Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am an accountability coach and author of Get Resultsology, the science of getting stuff done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together, we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So if that's the kind of breakthrough that you are looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Chantal Cornelius. Since funding Apple Tree Marketing in 2000, she has helped hundreds of coaches, consultants, and speakers grow their businesses by making strong emotional connections with clients. Chantal believes success doesn't require churning out endless social media content. Instead, she helps business owners stand out by building lasting relationships. Her Standout Strategies show how to bring more empathy into your work, connect on a deeper level, and rise above the competition, proving that emotional connection is the real secret to business growth. Chantal, welcome to Goalbusters.
Hello, thank you for having me, Robin. Thank you. That fabulous introduction. Love that. She sounds amazing.
She does sound amazing, doesn't she? I wonder who she is. Shall we try and find out?
Try and find her, yes.
Yeah, let's do that. But first of all, whereabouts in the world are you? You sound as British as I am, and I think that's because I know you are.
I am very British. I used to be American and I was born in Hong Kong, but I have spent the majority of my life living in England, and I'm currently about 20 miles south of Oxford in beautiful green countryside.
Fantastic. So you decided to come back from the colonies and try life in Britain.
Yeah. Well, I decided at the age of 1 that I was going to do that. So yeah,
Yes.
It was an early decision.
Yes. Always in charge of your life. I love to hear that. So I'm waffling on as I always do at this point. Shall we do the questions instead?
Let's do the questions, Robin.
All right, here we go. I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Chantal, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
That's an easy one, Robin. It's you.
Oh, that is easy. Okay, where do I sign on the contract?
Okay, but let me tell you what. I work specifically with coaches, consultants, and trainers. The majority of my clients, like yours, there's just them. There's no boss. They are the ones who make the decisions in the business. So yeah, it's coaches, consultants, and trainers.
Perfect. And in the description, we could also almost cut out question 2, which is what problem you solve. But I always say, I'm sure you solve more than one. Perhaps you'd like to expand on the problems that you solve.
I would like to expand on the fact that most of my clients come to me because they don't like doing marketing. They know they need to do it, but they are overwhelmed. There are so many marketing tools that they could use. They don't know which ones to use, and they don't know what to do and how to do it without spending a stupid amount of money and without an awful lot of trial and error. So that's that. So I show them what marketing to do, and I simplify it for them. I think that's the big part, is I simplify it for them. I show them how to get clients easily and inexpensively.
Yes, I was going to say the trial and error and stupid amount of money usually inevitably go together, and it's just very embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right. So what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that would help them to solve that problem?
It's really technical. Pick up the phone and talk to your clients and ask them who they can recommend you to. Simple as that. I started this about a year ago. I wrote a list of 50 past clients, current clients, contacts, networking people, general hangers-on, and I phoned every single one of them. It took about 6 months. So I'm not saying do 50, but I phoned every single one and said to them, knowing what you know about me now, who can you recommend me to? I also confess that I was a marketing consultant who hadn't done any marketing for about 6 months and therefore needed work. And most of my clients laughed and said, "Ha, gotcha." And it worked. I spoke to 48 of them. There were two that I never managed to get hold of. And a year on, the work is still coming in from those phone calls. I've sent postcards, Christmas cards, birthday cards, thank you cards as backup, but the work is still trickling in from those calls. So yeah, pick up the telephone. You're not allowed to do this by email. You have to make phone calls.
Well,
Simple as
there's
that.
a novel approach. You mentioned what you talk to teenagers today about using your phone. They go, "What's that?
Yeah.
What's a
Phone
phone?
calls, what are they?
What are they?" Yes, and we don't do that. We don't even know what it is.
No.
All right. So now, but that is brilliant. Thank you. Now that we have a better understanding of what you do, let's dive briefly into goal busting, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals.
Hmm.
Could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Indeed, I can. And again, this is something that I've been working on recently. I use an online project management system, and it has far too many tasks in it. And some mornings, well, firstly, I spend, before I check my emails, when I get to my desk in the morning, whatever time that is, I spend at least 5 minutes planning the day. And then at the end of the day, I look at tomorrow. But I sometimes look at the list and think there are far too many items on the list. I'm never going to get through them all. What works for me is putting a time onto each one. So rather than saying, "Oh, I'll start and see how I get on," I'll go, "Right, I'm going to do this first at 10 o'clock, and I think it's going to take me 15 minutes. So I'll schedule the next task in for 10:15." That actually, it takes longer to plan in the first place, but it makes me think about how long each task is going to take, because some take longer than expected and some are much, much quicker. And that really helps me focus. It stops the overwhelm, because if I look at a list of 100 things to do, I just go, "Oh, I've got too many." And I go
Mm.
off and play with a cat or put the washing on or something else to distract myself. So specific times for each item on the list. And that's how I work through them.
Yes, a brilliant example of how structure can really be supportive of productivity. Yeah, I love it. And it means also it's pre-decided what you're
Mm.
doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
More structure, less overwhelm.
Yeah, it's almost like somebody else has said, "Right, you sit down and work through this list." And while I was always rubbish at working for anyone else, every now and then I need somebody to tell me, "Just sit down and work through this list and these time elements, and then you can go and play with the cat or put the washing on or whatever." So,
Yes, because cats have no structure in their day.
no,
They're
not at all.
rebels, aren't
No.
they? Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you. I really appreciate that, and very, very sound, solid advice. Of course it is. All right. So finally, my final question is, what should I have asked you today, Chantal, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
You should have asked me, Robin, why I have a cat hand puppet. For those of you watching, there is a cat currently waving at you. This is one of 5 creatures that live on my desk. They travel the world with me. They come to, yeah, I'm talking about you now. Shush. They come to events with me. They've been on main stages at conferences. I use them to talk about my 5 standout strategies, and this is the cat of connection, and it's a fun way of explaining a bit more about, yeah, I know, shush, explaining what I do with hand puppets. Makes it more visual, so it's good fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's different. I've not come across that one before. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Yeah.
All
So
about how to stand out, Robin. I had to do something stand out, didn't I? So.
well, yes, exactly. And that's the perfect marketing. That's a very strong marketing point, isn't it? That you
Mhm.
do need to, she's the lady that uses the cat puppets. They can't remember your name. They probably can't even remember where you're from, but they'll remember that.
That's fine. That works.
Yeah. Well, if it works, why not? Okay. That's brilliant. And look at that. We've still got some time to spare, but thank you
Hold 30
so,
seconds. Should we talk
so
about
much.
the weather?
Yes, we were saying that we really ought to, as we're both British on this
British.
call, we really ought to talk about the weather because of course, the British never talk about the weather, do they?
No, no. I'm
Yeah.
having lots of weather today. I don't know about you, Robin, but there's
Yes,
definitely weather going on
it's
out.
weathering here too. And oh look, oh damn, I think we're nearly out of time. I think
Oh,
we'll probably
shucks.
we'll call it a weathery day and move on, shall we? All right, thank you so much. Right. So one final question, which is not part of our 5, but I always ask it at this point, which is how can people reach you? Part A. And also part B, is there like a valuable free resource that they could get from you? Which I always say it's quite a cheeky question, but it's not really. It's a serious point about that's a really good way to just dip your toe in the water and find out more about your offer.
Absolutely. And thank you for asking them both. The two answers are linked, because if you go to my website, which is appletreeuk.com, you'll find loads and loads of free information there. There are newsletters, downloads, blogs that you can read, stacks and stacks of free marketing advice for coaches, consultants, and trainers. Also on that website, where you'll find an email address and a phone number, you can get in hold of me that way, and a link to my LinkedIn page. But also on that website, there's a page called Take the Test. This is a free test that we have created. I speak about these 5 standout strategies, and they're all about the emotions behind why people buy. And there are 5 of them. You've already met the cat of connection. I can generally tell by just talking to somebody which strategy of the 5 is going to be the best for them. So I've created a test. It's free. There are about 60 something words on the screen, and you have to pick between 10 and 15, very important, only between 10 and 15. And they are the words that you hear your clients say. So Robin, if you said to one of your clients, how do you feel when you work with me, when you've had a coaching session, how do you feel when we've done that? Pick 10 to 15 words that their emotions on the screen. Fill that in, fill in some details, hit submit. Comes through to Appletree HQ. We crunch the numbers through some software, and then you get a report coming back, and it will tell you which of the 5 to use and how. So how to actually use the language in your marketing. So for instance, if you are connection, it will give you a whole list of the connection words to weave into your marketing. It's very clever. And it's on my website, and it's free.
Right. Brilliant. That sounds really good, actually. That sounds very exciting. I was just transfixed by the cat there for a minute, and the sudden thought was, do you wash the dishes with the cat on your hand as well?
Cats don't like water, Robin.
That's what I was thinking. That's really, you could get done for cruelty.
He is no exception. He does not like. No, I know you don't like water, don't you? He doesn't even go out in the rain, this one. He sends the sheepdog of significance out if it's raining, so he stays inside where it's dry.
Yes, and I've got to say that this is a podcast and we have a YouTube video as well, but for the people just listening, you are missing a treat.
Yes, you are. Well, go and watch the YouTube version and you'll meet the cat of connection. So.
Yes, absolutely. And I think perhaps that might be a good note on which to end this particular podcast. Chantal, it's been an absolute pleasure, a delight and a joy, and very, very, very informative and insightful.
Lots of fun. Thank you for having me and the cat on your podcast, Robin.
Oh, you're very welcome. I didn't 2 for 1. I didn't realize how I feel ever so lucky now. I was getting 2 for 1 today. That's a classic British bargain, isn't it? 2 for 1. Like that. All right. Thank you, Chantal. That's been brilliant.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you. And remember, everybody, please keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.